Hello.
Hello! I'm very excited because tonight we're going to slay a princess or 12, and I'm going to spend a lot of time yelling at a narrator, and I could really use a catharsis of yelling at a narrator this evening.
Get ready for narrator Assassin.
Oh, yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to stream.
Assassin's Creed.
Really?
Yes.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Okay. Should we do like the whole, like, we do 3 things on the stream?
We did 3 things on the stream.
While.
Play the princess.
Okay. What about Baldur the Gates?
Baldur the Gates, Field the Stars.
Field the Stars. Yes, there's been a lot of that happening. Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
How are you all?
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. As you can tell, we are very excited about this. What is the, like, do we have any, like, top of the stream kind of, I closed all of my notes and I just have the dramatis personae for the princess open. I'm ready to go. Hang on, I gotta find my notes again. Vamp.
So, we normally do 3 things on this show. We do like an opening chat or a monologue. We do the main feature, which is Slay the Princess, and we do some shenanigans. I think we've got some shenanigans this week.
We do have shenanigans this week.
But the opening feature is going to be pretty fucking thin.
You've pretty much watched, because we want to get right to princess slaying / smooching / there's going to be a lot going on.
Spooks, tangents, and shenanigans. You goddamn right.
I mean, that's about it. Exactly. So welcome to everybody who's been here before. Welcome to people who are here occasionally, like Preemie. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Welcome to all the regulars. Shenanigans will be a must this week. I believe the shenanigans are rating the birds in my backyard by tendency towards violence. So
promising.
That sounds very promising. Exactly. And then a reminder as well that we have the wiggle emojis available for people who have played the game more than we have and want to get very excited or to convey that they are very excited about something that's coming up that we don't know about yet. So please, no spoilers. Just use the wiggle emojis to your little heart's content. Lots of people are very ready to wiggle this evening. I'm sure of it. Exactly. I'm going to have to leave as it's the night I play Divinity Original Sin with my partner and his brother. That sounds fantastic, Monty. I have a lovely time.
Have a great time.
I'm also playing other Larian games at the moment, though I've heard Divinity's very good, so I might have to.
You played one of them.
Have I played Divinity?
I think you played Divinity 2 Original Sins.
I don't think so.
It's around the time you played the weird Planescape one that wasn't quite Planescape.
That was thing with the stuff.
The Sundered Lands.
Yes. It starts with a P. Was it Pathfinder? I don't think it wasn't Pathfinder. I can't remember the name of it. It was something. I can't remember anymore.
Divinity 2 Original Sin 2, the 2-ing.
I still don't know where the 2 goes. Yeah, I hear you. The thing with the stuff, yes, I know. Wendy, I'm sorry. It is a thing with the stuff.
The nope to wife scale. Love it.
It had a cool symbol, and we have a role-playing game book, a physical book for it. It's gonna bother me until I figure it out. But Numenera, that was it. Well, I think Numenera is like a world, and this was a game within that. I don't know. It was weird, and it was cool, and I played it on the console. I did not play it on the computer. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my very first, like, point-and-click adventure games. And I the heck out of it. But we're not going to talk about that tonight. We have a princess. We must get to slaying. Exactly. So, is there any other, like, let's do a couple of, like, top of stream reminder things. And then what I may do, if people don't mind, is I'm going to need a minute or 2 to switch over the game. So I might have you talk to the Scrooge McDuck and his pit of money for a moment or 2 while we will get everything all set up and tested. So reminders. So daylight savings time falls back this Sunday in the UK, but not in the US. So please check streaming schedules, because next week is that hellish week where everything's off by an hour, no matter kind of where you are. This is the good one when we fall back. Yes, exactly. We get an extra hour. And that happens on Sunday. So our normal Sunday stream will be off by an hour from whatever it is that you're used to. And then we're not playing any game on Halloween itself. Halloween is a Tuesday, and it's a school night and all that crap. So we don't have any like specific Halloween content that is occurring this year. There's too much life going on for us to manage that. But I think that's everything. I can't think if there's any other like really specifically sorts of things.
Certainly not for the next week.
Hopefully, certainly not for the next week. We never get trick or treaters, so I never get to buy Halloween candy. But that's it. Okay. I'm like, any questions? I can't imagine if there's any questions. Oh yeah, and next weekend is MCM, isn't it? Yeah. And God help Central London. So yeah, exactly.
When he says, isn't there a date coming up when we don't have a stream?
Oh, that's the following Sunday. Well remembered, Wendy's, which is the 5th of November, because Alistair is attending a social function.
I am.
That day, and so we will not be streaming on the following Sunday, but we'll remind you. Don't worry. Yeah, I am not going to Comic-Con. I'm not interested in catching COVID. Thank you. Bonfire Night is it the 5th of November or the 4th?
It is the 5th of November. Okay. Remember the 5th of November, Domestic Terrorism Participation Medal Day.
The Domestic Terrorism Participation Medal Day. It's also our anniversary, which is really weird. And we never remember that until afterwards.
We stuff scheduled for it. I don't feel good about that.
Maddie! Hello! I just got home from getting awarded a little pin for being on the Dean's Honor List in my university.
Oh my God,
and your graduation is tomorrow. That is so good! Congratulations! I'm so glad you're here. You must be exhausted. I wasn't getting sound, so I refreshed, and now I'm getting more ads. I'm sorry,
Sorry, Preemie.
I'm so sorry. Mag Protocol calls me Marguerite. I will get COVID for the call. I understand. There are some things that you... informed consent, right? You know what you're getting into. Go for it. Help yourself. I wish you fortitude and hydration and a comfortable place to sit at some point during the day. Please send all the photos. I will happily have all the photos. Especially if the photos happen to involve Baldur's Gate actors being adorable. That would be nice.
Also, if you haven't done it before, bring your own food.
Yeah.
Cool boy. The queue will be...
This is the Excel, right?
This is the Excel.
There are options, but there will be... I mean, you guys can go to conventions. You know what it's like.
know this. You know how this works. But yeah, the queues will be 20 people deep, and it'll be 25 quid for a sandwich.
Yeah. So we salute you and your bravery. Go, be responsible, have a lovely time. Send us all your photos. That will be nice. I've been to the Excel enough in my life. I just don't think I need to do that anymore. So, right, I think we have a princess to slay.
Isn't she cute? Let's kill her.
Also, I'm kind of amused by the idea of Preemie having jumped out of ads just to send Preemie back into ads for 2 minutes while I start the game, because it is the imp of the perverse. But I don't really want to do it. So, right, we're gonna take 2 minutes just to switch everything over and make sure the sound is working, because I didn't check it before we started. Then
no one heard.
And then we will be right back. So if you do not have a beverage and you need one, now's a good time. If you need a snack, if a pet needs to go in or out, if a medication has not been administered, this would be a good time to check. All of those other very good things while we take 2 minutes to load up the Slaying of the Princess. Just a heads up, they appear to have streamlined the memory requirements for the game, so I have turned all the little wiggle effects back on. We'll keep an eye on the stream and see if it gets chuggy, and if so, we'll turn them off, but we're going to start it at full test and go from there.
Infinite resolution.
In fact, that's a good idea. While we are taking the 2 minutes to get things set up, please reacquaint yourself with the game's content warnings.
Because there's a lot of them.
There are a lot of new ones. They have been updated. That link contains all of the ones that they've made available.
I don't remember jump scares before.
Jump scares is new. Flashing images, I think, was there previously. But those content warnings may include spoilers. They're quite detailed now, and they're quite more extensive. So if you need to engage with content warnings before we get started, take a moment or two and do that while we get the game set up, and we will be right back.
And here we go. I currently have no sound.
I do.
I do
have
not.
sound. Is that because your headphones actually turned on in addition to being plugged in? Maybe you should turn them off. Don't you hear the ominous?
Proceed.
Okay. Asked and answered, counselor. Very well. Okay.
Let's go sass him.
Do some stuff. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. That's so ominous.
Can we load in our save?
No, I already checked. You can't load in a save from the demo. I already checked.
Martin!
Okay, here we go. How's the sound? Is everybody able to hear everything okay? Hey,
Anna.
Hey, Anna, how's it going? You have impeccable timing. Impeccable timing. We are literally just about to start the very first slaying of our very first princess. For the Raiders, we are playing Slay the Princess, the amazing game by Black Tabby. This is the full version, which released just a few days ago. There are extensive content warnings for this game. This is a horror game with a branching narrative, so we may not encounter every content warning, but there's a lot of them. They're all behind that cut tag. If you need a moment to go and check them out, please do so.
I don't remember that happening before.
Oh, I do. There is also a dramatis personae that we have created for this game. We've left all the material we collected from the demo, and we will be adding to it through our playthrough of the game as we progress. Oh, we just finished Dredge. So
amazing.
Okay, you'll have to tell me about which ending you selected when we get to the break. Anna, yes, please. Thank you very much. But for now,
let's go slay a princess.
No, I'm gonna go sass the narrator. Don't
at me, bro.
Man, let's start. Okay, here we go. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Sure there is.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, a reminder for those of you who have not experienced the Black Tabby games before. Options with that explore in parentheses mean that they are not a final selection. It is our ability to learn more and interrogate our circumstances, so we can pick lots of them. I will read all the options to you because there's a lot. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Explore. Can't someone else do this?
Explore. Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Explore. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Explore. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Shall we just take it from the top?
Let's just take it from the top.
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back... Did you listen to me, Happy? How dare you? Do you have any evidence to back this up? I consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up. Killing a princess does seem kind of bad, though. Like, more of the original options. We're going with the... Do you have any evidence to back this up?
To the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Objection calls for speculation. How very dare! Okay.
But how can a princess...
So more of the original options. Okay. Ooh, okay. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's better as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet! I've always wanted to offer
Viva la Revolution.
Viva la Revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around, and leave. That will be what I pick at the end, but I need to continue my cross-examination. But how can a princess locked in a basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics.
Sure.
You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
The previous question about evidence and lack thereof. Let's see. I'm not going to ask about the reward. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Since when?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Objection calls for speculation. Exactly, Primi. Don't tell me not to linger on the specifics. Lingering on the specifics is my day job.
Oh no, I thrive on grid. I require
grid.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
With pragmatic evidence?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
So I have two responses to that.
Who's arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
But no. Okay, I'll try.
So you fiddled with the settings, because I talked briefly about the two things that strike me about that. The first one is they have watched you play this, and the second is I am very curious about just how much knowledge the narrator has, because sometimes he plays like he knows a lot, and sometimes
you do your job and slay her.
Primi, you are wise to have trust issues with
like
the narrator.
here, it seems to suggest that he is unaware of the fact we've been here before.
Right? I wonder if the game can detect that we've played the demo. That would be amazing. Okay, let's see. But killing a princess is bad.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying
the
a
British
princess
accent
that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Why is the murder
If
an
anything,
assumption?
slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
You're making your values and your morality like relativistic. No,
God,
you don't have that
I've been looking forward
argument.
to this for a week.
Can't someone else do this?
If only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
Cool, who does?
Oh, who does? Let me talk to your manager.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far.
Punish
But
me.
unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish.
Hold on a second. I just saw getting a Discord message, so I'm checking if the mouse needs it. Then I will be back to saucing. Don't worry. The game is still a lot quieter than you both, and we can't hear the narrator when you're talking. Okay, let me see if I can turn it up even more.
Marguerite going to break the narrator with the power of benevolent Karenism.
I mean, I could, for sure.
The Doom Becky.
Do not wish to be the Doom Becky. Let's see. It's interesting that I say, forget it, I'm not doing this as an explore option. I want to take that last, though.
You want to play with settings a little more?
Well, I've turned the volume up on the stream end. Dun, 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 dun. Turning around and leaving is what I'm going to do last. I'm not okay with the world ending. I'm not okay with asking about a reward. But I am going to try it. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
No, I don't. That's who. Ah, it just comes back. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I'm okay. No. Okay, we're gonna turn around and leave now.
We're gonna just go.
I'm just gonna go.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
To not commit murder. Yes. Here we go. Oh, so the additional options. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. I'm gonna pick. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yep.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
Voice of the hero.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yep. Voice of the hero. I like you.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Who made this my job? Who made this your job? No. I've seen holodeck episodes. No.
Arch.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
The aforementioned statement. I almost made a lawyer joke there.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yeah, we're being
negged now.
We're being ibited.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Defying the universe. I've watched that episode of Star Trek as well. No problem. We'll see you when you come back, Hawkeye. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. And the other option is there's no fighting that is there. I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine.
Have a good meeting, Pine.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Then some big statements there,
so no
buddy.
hyperbole there.
I'm going to be needing some pretty extraordinary proof to be going with them pretty extraordinary claims.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes.
Oh,
Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Now we're being haunted by the cabin. Oh, that music.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Oh, I hate this.
Wait, what's going on?
Narrative railroading. I'm sorry, Freebie. I'm sorry you woke up after
You're
bed.
too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
After the week I've
Finally,
had,
we're on the same page.
I'm glad we're now on the same page. Yes, I'm here to torment you, Mr. Narrator. I'm here to expose your unreliability.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
But you're the one who said we were on a clock. Then why are you... You are not logically consistent.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
And I'm Pat. Chapter 2. The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at
There's
the end
the
of that
fence.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's interesting that they give you the new information. It's in the basement, because you've never been to the cabin at this
Yeah.
point.
This
And
one,
there's the fence. They literally fenced us in.
so happy we've got folks seeing this for the first time. This one gets really strange.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So tempted to see. I don't think they even give me the option this time. Explore. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Explore. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Explore. Okay, no. Explore. You weren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Explore. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Explore. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Explore. Those wolves weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. There's no option to turn around. I love that you were all, let's slay a princess, and then immediately went, let's not slay a princess. You can't make me slay a princess.
I'm quite in favor of going for full J at the end of Dogma mode. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck happened to that guy's head? Who the fuck is that?
But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead, and that the princess has yet to end the world, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And to answer your question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Voice of the Contrarian. Yeah, that's very good. We've now earned the voice of the Contrarian.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Oh no! Oh no, the Contrarian and I get along. This is not good.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Now he's talking to them.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Why would you consider us to have gotten lucky by trying to avoid the murder?
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
You don't understand. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm all about planning alternate playthroughs at this point. Those walls weren't here last time. Oh, look, the rest of the Explorer options are gone. You only get one react to it.
Interesting. Go with, the Explore.
Those walls weren't here the last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
Oh,
It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Gaslighting, girl boss. Okay, so our options now are lie. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. Or, yeah, I get it, I'm going to the cabin. Or silently proceed to the cabin. The narrator does have a very nice, reasonable
Terribly
voice,
nice,
don't
terribly
they?
reasonable voice.
Yeah. Did you say elope the princess? Yes, I think that was it. Okay, we're gonna lie. Yep, fine. Totally going to the cabin. Totally gonna slay that princess. Yep.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
No, you haven't given me any. You've lied to me. You've railroaded me. You haven't given me any evidence when I asked you
You've
for
been
evidence.
kind of a dick.
You've been kind of a dick, Mr. Narrator. Let's be honest. I'm really not taking anything you say at face value.
A warning before you go any further.
Along my railroaded path of destiny here that you've conveniently ring-fenced, and I'm waiting for Welcome to Jurassic Park to start playing. Yes, go ahead.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Mm-hmm.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Mm-hmm. See, the contrarian speaking sense, narrator.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Is he? Is he, though?
Is he?
Let's keep an open mind.
I think that's a wise piece of advice, voice of the hero. Proceed into the cabin. Should we save? Or not?
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot
What
there,
is that?
such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
It's all new.
There is space visible through a hole in the floor.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
look! When you move the mouse cursor around, there are a great deal of...
That is the void. Yes.
That would be the void. Okay, there's a door. There's a window. There's maybe a second and third window? Mirror.
And there's what looks like a hat.
Hat. Where?
What-
This?
Yeah.
That looks like a rock to me. But let's click on
I
it.
thought it looked like a hat.
Hi, Doc.
Doc.
Hi, everyone. A quick reminder for folks who are coming in right this very moment. We're playing Slay the Princess. It's amazing. You may remember from when we played the demo, this is the full game. Content warnings have been updated and are more extensive. Please do self-serve yourself to those if you need them, because we're very enraptured with what's going on and may not send enough reminders. Okay.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
IKEA.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Are you hearing this music?
What, the bell?
I hear like voices and... Oh my gosh!
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not taking the blade. I'm leaving it behind. Sorry, no.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Can I throw it out the window? Very tempted to see if I can grab the knife and throw it out the window. I think we'll just leave it behind. How about that?
No, we're taking the knife.
No.
Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
We're dealing with a sassy gaslighting narrator.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Well, if you have to explain it too many times, it's neither simple nor straightforward because we're not sharing the same frames of reference, and you're not providing a more baseline experience for me to understand what you're trying to convey now, are you?
You can't just say that when everything here is so wrong.
Thank you for listening to me! I am convinced!
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
But you won't give me evidence that your facts are facts. And the few times that you've given me facts, they've actually been lies that have been exposed and you haven't even copped to it, so no!
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your
Oh, I'm not
heart.
afraid.
You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
I'm not afraid in the slightest.
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Oh, you're the bestest. You're my best friend. We're gonna go have like lawyer parties after this. Keep going.
With a very precise
man.
cake.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
But theoretically, what if I do? Have you considered that possibility?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Okay, I want a stressful geometry coffee mug.
Stressful geometry is this would make an excellent stressful geometry.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
I think I'm doing just fine at my job. Just because I made you uncomfortable doesn't mean I'm doing something incorrect.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
We're not gonna go insane and see something weird. That's fine.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Good afternoon, Kareem. And doesn't it?
Interesting. Okay, so the Contrarians just pivoted a touch. And I'm wondering if there's another mechanic where he's more interested in antagonizing the narrator than he is in exploring the underlying truth. And that this, the just take what you're seeing as real, is that deviation. Plant a flag on that. I now have to take everything the Contrarian says with an understanding of their bias. I need more evidence.
Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're cool, bro. You're cool.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I love so very much how Johnny has embraced the, look, I'm terribly annoyed, but I'm also very educated. So I'm just going to chivvy you along. My voice will rise a little bit, and my diction will become murderous.
For me, I think that's an excellent question that we should
Yes.
keep in mind. Is the Contrarian winking at us? I'm not quite sure. So our options at this point are explore. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Can you guess which one I'm going to pick? Explore. Approach the mirror. Explore.
Take
Take
the
the
blade.
blade. Enter the basement. I'm going to say.
Mirror, mirror, mirror.
So we just approach it, not say anything about it? No. I'm.
Chain of evidence.
Chain of evidence. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Focus, nerd.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Okay. So
Totally go look at yourself.
Narrator doesn't see the mirror. Interesting.
There's definitely a mirror.
But my voices do.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Which is
I'm
fair.
with you, my dude.
You know,
I'm with you.
fair.
Okay, so why would you lie about that? What's the point? Ooh. I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Handsome.
It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. I think we're just going to approach the mirror.
Yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Look at my hand.
Your scaled hand.
Scaled,
Taloned.
bony hand, taloned hands. I did notice that
Yeah.
the mirror is one of the elements that doesn't seem to be shifting. It seems to be holding pretty solid.
There's also something a little funny about the joints in there. It looks like there were only two.
Maybe?
Fingers
Can't
seem a
quite
little
tell. But,
elongated.
But it was there a second ago.
I'm with you, hero.
Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
That's right, we will. See, now it's gone and the door's more centered, but the window's still there. Yeah, see, even the door moves against the backdrop. Look how these are wooden planks and that's brick and this is stone. And so we can either take the blade or enter the basement.
I feel we may very well be a bad dragon.
I'm going to enter the basement without the blade. We're going with the full, I don't want to, you can't make me playthrough.
The door to the basement creaks
Oh
open,
my
revealing a web
God.
of branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable materials.
Oh my god, we're in an Escher. Look at this! Yeah, don't Google Bad Dragon.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
That's not a princess, that's David Bowie! Oh boy.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Oh, wow. This is all new, folks. This was not in the demo.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
Oh, okay, buddy. Sure, whatever. You go ahead and justify that paycheck. It's all good.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Oh,
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Eep.
No, thank you.
No, thank
Right?
you. Bye.
Don't be such a baby.
Come on, we got this.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I do believe, my dear hero friends, that may in fact be the point.
We don't even have a weapon.
Don't need a weapon. Nothing here makes sense. How would a weapon help?
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
She's not the narrator.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No, piss off.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I am... Okay, I dump thee, Asterion. Let's move on.
Oh, what fun.
Take the harsh stairs to the left.
Oh.
Take the center staircase. Take the soft stairs to the right. Oh my. I'm thinking this is literally a middle of the road situation.
Yeah.
We don't have enough evidence to support anything else. Anything else is just... Let's go down the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Interesting. As long as they don't take me into a tree in the forest, I think we'll be okay.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
Okay, I'm wondering if this is the game punishing us for being indecisive. So now this is where you have to navigate.
And so you take one careful, focused step
Oh
after
my
another.
God.
1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
I am right here with you, Brimmy.
It's the one I started on, and I'm just gonna keep going.
Just a world of OSHA violations.
The game gave us what we wanted.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Do I?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What the juice? Possible jump scare.
Yeah, just be prepared for a jump scare, folks, for when this ends.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to
The
untether.
sketches are degrading.
Oh my god, this is the most brilliant use of preliminary art I think I've ever seen.
It's not me, right? The sketches are
No,
winding
these are
backwards.
they're winding backwards.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Ah,
Excuse me 1 second. Because I took a screenshot and I want to save it really quick. Because that spiral pattern with all those paired and contrasting emotions, there's something there.
everyone take a breath.
Okay,
Also, Ducky, please rest up. Don't feel like you got to be here.
if you're tired. Hold on, everybody.
And yes, her eyes are glowing.
Well, they're also anime big. I mean, look. So the bars are shaking, and you can see the stars outside them. We're back in a fairly uniform dungeon. Chained by one arm. Other chain is missing. Anime wibbly eyes.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
I don't know, Hero.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. If she's in the
Yeah,
underground,
We shouldn't.
we
Also, this
shouldn't
room
be
is
able to
smaller
see the stars if
than it
she's
was
in a
in the demo.
basement. Huh?
This room is very small. It wasn't like this in the demo.
It seems smaller than what we've seen previously.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
that was
Sure.
weird. Anyway,
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Why is she impatient?
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Sure. Sure you lost yourself on the way down and you're not just riling him up.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Explore. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was here. Explore. What's your name? Explore. Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Explore. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? Explore. You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent to slay you. I'm going to start with, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is.
Interesting.
Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart.
Yeah.
If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
You're drawing conclusions the evidence is not leading to.
It's okay.
Oh,
Don't worry.
fuck.
Sometimes I get lost here too.
Now there's two of them. Different facial expression.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Oh my. Good timing, Hawkeye.
We can do that?
Right, can I do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Why would we want to put her back? We got here by going through all those cabins again. Focus, hero.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Why are you asking me that? Shouldn't you know that? You should know I wasn't here last time.
Does it matter?
Focus, nerd.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
That's the first thing he said that made me interested in learning more about the narrator, because it's implying he's also trying to gain facts.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Oh, if only you'd listened to what words of wisdom you were given in the other reality. My dude, I took a screenshot! Bitch has notes! Let's roll! Okay, speaking of the screenshot, shall I reread the dialogue from it? Hold on, I've got it. La 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 la. Okay, it said, consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as. I should just hang on to that, shall I?
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I think that's an excellent idea, actually. Explore. There's more of you now. Explore. What's your name? Explore. Getting down here was weird. Because what did she ask? She asked what happened, didn't she? Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Explore. For all I know, you were locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? And now I have some choices I can make. I can say, I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. Or, I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement or retrieve the blade.
Retrieve the blade.
But what's interesting here is that when I highlight these options, all 3 options are highlighted all at once. I can't pick any individual one of them. I'm going to continue exploring. Escape and then history. Thank you, Sansa. I'm going to answer her question. Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
What, shot?
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Barely a way in?
Cabin.
Interesting. So if I'm correct, there will be 2 more princesses, because there's 5 pairs implied by that text.
We're also echoing that spiral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so. Her voice does keep changing. She's got different emotional inflections and nuance. Oh, and look at how they all move!
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Valid? Explore options. So no new ones have been added. And again, the actions are all in one block. There's more of you now. What's your name? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent to slay you. Okay. Let's start with... Let's keep with the weirdness. There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Yes, you're a very nasal brat. Okay, interesting.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
Okay.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Angry princess has made her appearance. You're right, we're gonna come down here one time and it's a pug and a tiara. That would be amazing.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I don't either, but what am I gonna do, my dude?
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated
Cool.
than they already
Which one?
are.
Which one? There's 4 now and she's on the ceiling!
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Right here, right? Also, Premium's right, we can't just slay people because things are complicated.
This is very complicated. Murder someone.
Could always
No.
start by retrieving the blade.
No!
No!
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
I think that's a very valid observation here. I don't want to go through the spaghettyification process again. Thank you.
Just do a little murder to solve all problems.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
I don't want it.
Well, I don't want it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
A million pieces of data to form a better theory! Stay with me, nerd! You're talking to somebody who has notes on her phone in preparation for if I was ever granted 3 wishes or had a contract received from a devil, okay?
Request for sidebar.
Yes.
So, our friend Naomi sent us a Which Dimension 20 player are you quiz earlier in the week. I will give you one guess as to who Marguerite got. You guessed right.
I'm not answering that question. We're going to just keep going. Thank you.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
Okay, here. Take a deep breath. We're doing fine. We're just gonna stick with the interrogatories and see what we learn. There's gonna be a 5th princess.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Breathe. There could be another joke any minute now. Yeah, he's starting to freeze up. What's your name? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? And again, all the choice options.
Not antagonize the murder.
Yes, I do not want to antagonize because the last princess had an angrier tone of voice. So let's roll it back a second and be like,
keep it respectful. We are witnessing respectfully.
what's
You are
your name?
perceived.
Princess.
I perceive you.
Thank you. Okay.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
We all say that, but in different
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
duly noted.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
So top right is
Okay,
Angie.
so suspended from the ceiling over here is Sad. Top right, right side is Angie. She's Perky. and then there's one that was imperious.
None of them have names.
Right?
How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
That's trustworthy! I'm having a hard time with that as well, Chrono. I don't think
I am working off.
They do open their mouths, or there's a little bit of movement when they speak. Let's try and take maybe slightly better notes about them next time. Okay, so we're down to two options. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent to slay you. We'll do that one last. We're gonna do, for all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here.
I couldn't tell which one that was. And I think you're supposed to kind of not be able to tell. If I'm here, then... no, I don't. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why all four of you are here either. It's the middle one? Okay.
But you know, right?
This is the Thad one.
You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
No.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, 3 things happened
4 times.
simultaneously.
That happened 4 times. I was ready for it.
It's so predictable, and yet it still caught me. And then the ad break warning went on at the same time, and I just freaked out.
Ugh.
Holy. So top left is evil, in case anyone was wondering.
She's not evil.
She's the one with the red pointy letter.
She leaves above the covers. 3 feet above the covers.
Thank you. Okay, yes, chat. Your wife has arrived. It's all good.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
There's a suspicious spot right at the top there where a 6-1's gonna pop.
Oh, you spotted that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, beans.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Well, there can't be a right choice, but there can be a
It could be a least awful choice.
There might be a least awful choice.
Stop overthinking it.
No!
Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
It's not out of hand.
If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
I would contend this situation has got out of hand.
Kindly present me with a scenario for how you wish me to accomplish that fact. Turns odds!
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Okay, he's flipped.
He's getting flipped.
Ray's gone bye-bye, Egon. What have you got left?
We have to take an ad break. Alright.
We'll be right back.
We're gonna take 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, I don't know which it's set for. And when we get back, we only have one option left, and it's all of them, and I have a feeling we're gonna shatter into a few thousand pieces.
This is gonna get gooey.
This might get gooey. Go grab yourself something squishy to hide behind.
Oh, man.
Okay, you ready?
No.
Alright, here we go. We only have the one option.
No talk her, she Angie.
No, I want to point this thing out really quickly because somebody in the chat noticed. Look at this. Look at
Steepled
the
hand.
evil steepled hands. This is the nice sweet one. She's holding clasped hands.
Pose.
I think this is the imperious one. She's got her posed for a portrait hands. This is the sad one, and she's very disjointed and loose. And I can't see this one's hands right.
Oh, okay.
But we don't have a choice about what we click next, so everybody be prepared.
Here we go.
Wait, that's not right.
What do you mean that's not right?
Now would you say that?
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Huh?
You can feel yourself rupture. The room
God.
spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
I'm fracturing. And the music stopped. That is so not good.
Oh.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
We're doing everything at
We're
once.
doing all of them.
Hold on. Look at this. So here's hands, and she's all the way over there, and this one we're trying to free, and that one's having to go at us. Oh my. Yeah, this is very much everything everywhere. We are breaking things.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Well, I'm glad I've offended your sense of neatness.
But this... We can't...
Oh.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
He's forming into one.
She's forming some sort of hit. You guys have seen you've seen Akira, right? Oh, wow.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Whoa!
Canada!
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all.
Oh, God.
Oh, and the voice now.
Oh, God,
and
he fades out.
He fades out.
Oh.
Okay, I'm so expecting a jump scare.
Falls apart?
Multi one?
Oh, beans.
So is this like Cerberus where you shouldn't cut off a head because...
I think he's gone.
Oh, I have an awful theory.
The narrator's gone?
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
I don't know what this is, let alone salvage. Did we kill the narrator?
Into the princess
I'm
list.
not gonna say that wasn't the goal, but...
Rebecca, so I'll tell you once this plays out.
Once this finishes playing out, we will take a pause for theorizing.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
See, what you did there is you gave a perfectly good monkey anxiety. Okay.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
I can try. Sure. Can you please not kill me?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, Bobby.
Look, consequences of my actions now.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
It's never too late for regret. It's just not motivating.
Please.
Oh, this is Aliens 4 vibes now. Yeah, come on now. I'll do my... Okay, options. It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you or say nothing.
I feel like I'll do my best covers a lot of ground.
I'll do my best.
Uncalled for.
But you don't know
That's
if he
the
had
mirror.
the chance to hear your reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else.
The fucking mirror.
And there's been an achievement called the Illusion of Choice. The arms very much had a Scarlet Hollow vibe.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Where?
Ooh, secondary. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, secondary.
Okay.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Hey, Pezzy.
Hey, Pezzy.
Explore options. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. Explore. The narrator is gone. Or I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror. Let's explore. The narrator is gone. Because it sounds like this is an opportunity for us to reflect with our voices. Can I have my water? Yeah. Hold on to all your theories, folks. We're going to do some speculation once we kind of resolve this. I'm thinking the narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Or that his purpose ended?
I see what you did there, Saz.
Reflect. Yes. Or his purpose ended and he's driven by the narrative, and therefore, if he has no reason to exist, he isn't there. The background looks like wood grain or hair to me.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Breathe, puppy. Hang on there. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her. I mean, but look at the texture underneath the letters. There's tree branches. See?
Oh, shit, there are.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Not an awful thing. It's whatever she became. Don't be a prick.
Don't be
What
mirrorist.
the hell are we supposed to do?
I appreciate your laser focus on the outcome here, buddy, but take a pill. Take a breath, okay? Think I'm supposed to look at the mirror?
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Why? You think I shouldn't look at the mirror because you're afraid?
No. Don't do that.
Again? Why? Given that we literally have no other choices, I'm going to click on it. As
You
opposed
getting
to
open the
approach
door from Scarlet Hollow vibes at
Yes,
this point.
very much so. Well, that's literally the only choice we have here, folks. Well, hold on. This is my dialogue block here.
Those are tree branches.
Yeah, see, it's leaves or feathers or it's hard to tell. I don't have any other choices. I can't click on anything else, so we have to approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Give me another alternative. Explore. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Look at the change in lettering. That's not the narrator's lettering. It's like the princess's lettering. But it's not. It's a third neutral type of lettering because it's white. It's not a color. It's not the skinny pink letters. It's not the pointy red letters. I think that's a neutral font. I think that's someone else. Well, now we gaze into our reflection. I'm wondering if it's going to show us what we become when we make the princess that.
Brace.
Brace! Content warning reminder, there may be a jump scare. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Again, look. Feathers
Scales.
to our arms. Scales. Oh, it's gonna be... You.
Don't lean forwards.
Touch! One hand over our face.
Uh-huh.
The other one reaching out.
Yeah,
I see eyes.
Yeah, it's okay.
You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin? What? You are at the cabin.
Those are arms.
Hold on. I need a breath. That's the same topography,
As the cabin.
right? See, it's just all this wood grain / hair.
That is a flash storm.
I think that is a waving pile of arms. Yeah, and the music has returned. Maybe the princess is the cabin? My choice is approach her.
My initial theory is starting to feel like it's about to be confirmed.
Hold!
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay, Shiva. Okay. Explore. What are you? Explore the gift of a fragile vessel.
Biblically accurate.
It is a biblically accurate. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity. Destroy your body.
Let's start at the top.
I am literally constructed of question.
I may correct this one.
Yes, mug mode. I'm gonna start with the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Ooh, that's some alien shit there.
A friend of ours has a beat that he likes to use in his stories, and it is the idea that you do not construct artificial intelligence. You build a box for something to come into.
The cat Amazon delivery theory.
Yeah.
Interesting.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
You contain multitudes, but figuratively, not literally. The cat Amazon delivery theory. The idea that the cat only cares about the box. The cat doesn't care about whatever you bought that came in the box. The cat just wants the box. Controlled? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Figuratively? Or actually?
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
There's a lot implied by that statement. Kind of implies that they're transitory and ephemeral, which is maybe not a bad thing. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Us. So you and me. That still leaves the question of what the voices and the narrator are.
Yep. Yes, it does.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm sorry, you do not need to become Peter Lucas. That is the last thing I need right now. What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Okay. We have itty bitty baby gray goo here, and it's trying to imprint on us like ducklings. Okay. This is a huge responsibility. I did not have a plan for this. We can do this. We can be two good parents to emerging sentience. It's okay. Just take it slow. Wishes to be more. That's fine. That's the role of a parent. I can do this. What do you think I am? Or I don't know what I am, or I'm a person. I like keeping this focused on her
Yes.
perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask, what do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could you go into a bit more detail, pretty please?
Yeah, tallies.
Because otherwise, now we're like bifurcated chunks of an emerging sentience. Okay.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
So you're a pod person, and I'm. Sans, I don't talk about it in public. You're a pod person, and I'm a pod person. Okay. I don't know why I'm turning into Emily, but that's all right. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Please notice that witness has a capital W. You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Oh, that's good, because I wasn't even sure about that at this point. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I mean, she makes a good point.
No, because the end of the world implies the end of the universe, which is, you kind of destroyed the ability for time to be linear, so, Star Trek does it all the time.
Fuck you, caves.
Fuck you, Gabe. Oh god, it's not the cold con. Please, no. Please. Right, we went from being, I'm gonna slay a princess, to I am having an existential crisis about responsibility for emerging sentience. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay, puppet master theory, I'm following. But were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself? See, I want to ask which one came first, but that's kind of what it's implying here.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
That was Momo type.
In this universe, kind of? We aren't blue, and our tails don't talk to each other, so kind of? Are you what sent me here in the first place?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. So I still don't know how I was brought to be in a position where I was steered here. Okay. I don't let her out of here.
Everything you've learned contradicts that. I think what happens now.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
This is where things are gonna get gooey, isn't it?
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Interesting.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So it is about building those different experiences into something assembled. I'm going to be fascinated to try this on a completely different save where Marguerite shuts up and doesn't lawyer the game and doesn't start here. Okay, good question. Lots of good questions. Marguerite likes some questions. Okay, Explorer, aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
How much will I forget?
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
Very good question.
And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I can help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget. This is a really good place to start. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Okay, but that's the kind of answer that gets given by things that don't understand concepts like cellular autonomy.
Do you want Gozer the Gozerian? Because that's how you get Gozer the Gozerian.
So, we are one is a metaphor, right? So, okay. I'm so proud of whoever wrote that line. Thank you so much. You wrote it just for me. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Does not have enough data to form a theory yet. I can work with that. I love how you two always react and then immediately get the option to say that again. It's making me very happy. I feel very seen in this game. I feel very, very seen. Thank you. Okay. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Interesting. That kind of frames her stakes, doesn't it? She's got nothing to lose by encouraging you to attempt to bring her more in perspective. Where one was a very seriously taken phrase in a cult. Like, yeah, it is. It is one of those. It's not so much you can't kill which is already dead as, I think from her perspective, what she's saying is, you can't kill me, I haven't lived yet. That's the implication I'm getting there. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
Fair.
Unfinished, dry, hollow.
It does have a very mitochondrial network kind of vibe to it, emerging sentience, but not necessarily of a cerebral type thing. I mean, they could be sparkle wankers, they could be pure energy beings, but we haven't gotten any of that vibe particularly yet. To be fair to me, my first route was a lot more let's say encouraging to simping. Well, we've definitely started in the most Marguerite style way possible, and I regret nothing.
Less wife than wife's.
Oh, look, it tells you I'm not going back. Wait, the game is just going to fade out. It's going to be like that before, where you just kind of white it out. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? That's the best question in that list.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Less
so
than infinity, more than one.
We have a finite amount of iterations, and I'm guessing the information we gather.
This does not imply we have a finite number of iterations. It just means that she needs more pieces than we have. We only have one data point here from that perspective, so more is valid. It'll probably be a question to ask in the future. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. Me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Princess?
You won't.
Ah! Rude.
I can't remember the last game that was so good at jump scares. And by good, I mean completely flat-footing me. Chapter 1. The Hero.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm thinking we leave it here.
We just got an achievement saying the real Slay the Princess starts here.
I'm thinking we stop here. I'm gonna save the game. I don't need a change of clothing. That's fortunate. Holy pants.
So my theory wasn't right enough.
Okay. Save that thought because it's making us go to a capitalism. Congrats on the first 3 seconds of the game. Wow.
Fucking wow.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna step away. We're gonna take that ad break. Folks, get yourself a drink of water and, stand up, breathe into a paper bag, all that good stuff. We'll theorize and then we will shenanigan when we get right back, okay? I just...
Holy fuck.
So we unlocked 4 achievements out of 97. 97 achievements for this game. We've unlocked 4. We have the real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know it when you see it. Which only 58% of players have so far achieved. Which is like, how is that possible? I have a theory, and that is that the stranger is the one that finally gives you enough insight into what's happening to go forth. We unlocked an achievement called The Body. It's you. But again, 58% of players achieved. How did you just not look in the mirror? Or everybody's like, run, run, kill, kill. I don't know. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. A spiral vessel. Bring the stranger to her. Capital H. And those are the 4. Those are the 4 that we have so far.
We have the illusion of choice twice.
Yeah, I noticed that. I can't tell if it's just I think it's just a hiccup that there's space for 6 and...
Or it's gonna get that every time we complete a cycle.
Not
That is fucking mind-blowing.
Sansa says, did I mention I paid like 5 full playthroughs and you've gotten 25% of the achievement? Well, then that destroys my theory, because my theory is that you have to achieve all of those pairings, you know, screenshot. We're going to put that screenshot. Hang on a second. We're going to theorize for a bit, everybody. That's like shit.
There is...
Screenshot. Consumption and betrayal. Skepticism and blind devotion. Rivalry and submission. Terror and longing. Pain and unfamiliarity. And there's... The image shows in a spiral 10 different arms, each drawn slightly differently, and that description of 10 different things. So my theory was that you have to make the end state of the princess into those 10 different situations and then find a way to bring them to her, which I don't even know how to do. It's kind of implied. We know from the demo that you could go through chapter 1 and have an end state, and then you die, and you go back, and then the princess is in a different way. And that pattern held because there were 2 chapters, and then it got weird. So if that's the case, then you have to go through those 2 chapter settings and get the 10 different iterations of the princess, and there will be a way at the end to bring them to her. That's my current working theory. Ravenblot says, when I actually finished the game, I ended with 22 achievements, aka 1 playthrough. Go. What's your theory?
That first playthrough is, for want of a better word, the 0 event. It's the moment where the princess wakes up and reality shatters. And whenever you have that first playthrough, that's the moment it happens. Even though the first time you do it, there's the distinct feeling that this has been done before. The narrator doesn't understand this is a time loop, because in that first iteration, the narrator is erased before the loop is completed. Before, crucially, you see the mirror.
No, you see the mirror on the door the first time you walk into the cabin, but
you do. He doesn't.
But he doesn't.
The event basically ripples backwards and forwards in time. And that first iteration that we played through tonight is what causes it. But you also have the memory when you start of something having happened. And whatever has been used to contain the princess has been generated by the backwards moving ripples through time.
I don't think I agree with that. And I don't think it's a backwards ripple, because the only the narrator, if I remember correctly, he sasses you. He's like, no, nothing's gone wrong. What do you mean you died? This hasn't happened again. And the reason for that is that the narrator didn't complete the first loop. We as players came in with the knowledge of a little bit about what was going to happen. But the character didn't, and the narrator didn't know it. And the voice of the hero, let's be honest, was just there to be a foil, to make you actually have a way to narratively interrogate the narrator's assumptions and behaviors. Because otherwise, if it was just you and the narrator straight up, there was nothing that would make you question the narrative. Everybody would just go straight through and kill the princess, except for if you're me and you're just physically capable of doing those things. Yeah, I theoretically am going to do a Dark Urge playthrough about Baldur's Gate 3.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it, honestly. I'm going to just I'm going to do one bad thing or wake up with one dead person. I'm sorry. I'm going to reload the whole game. So I think you're right that the first closed loop is activation of the princess spores or whatever it is. The fact that we did it as the stranger is so peak us, so peak brand. But now I think the purpose, our purpose is to get other princesses and bring them to her. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, Black Tabby released art several months ago, and they were talking about how they had expanded the number of princesses.
There are at least 2 more, yes.
From 8 to 14 or something, and this spiral implies 10. But nowhere in that spiral of 10 do I think the stranger lies. I wonder if the 10 is the implication that you get 10 goes. And it's kind of the built-in clock. And what the fuck was with the stairs in the cabin? Why do I... Is that because I'm a recalcitrant shit? And we didn't just go to the cabin and therefore all the stairs changed? From what I've seen of other people talking about their playthroughs, they also encountered the Escher stairs because everybody was talking about taking the soft path, and I took the central path.
The event shatters reality. You're heading towards the nexus of the event.
Maybe? I don't know, but that implies that either whatever the physicality of the princess is, and its awakening, is a physical effect that you have to traverse. What is the narrator? What is the narrator as opposed to what is the princess?
Yeah.
They definitely know that a lot of people enjoy being contrarians. It's not that I'm contrarian. It's that he supplied insufficient evidence for any of his assertions, and therefore I have to question his motivations.
Fascinating.
Thank you, Spock. You think the stranger is the expected first route? Interesting. I'm really tempted to do another playthrough where I'm all either...
Okay, jolly good murder time.
Yeah, jolly good murder time. Fast track down, let's go. I'm curious to see what would happen.
It's fucking game,
but
dude.
The problem is if every loop is a new reality, then there's no reason for them to stack. Right?
You're suturing the wound.
Yeah.
She as much as says that. You are being asked to bring iterations to her so she can meet them and learn from them.
She uses the word perception. I need their perspective.
I will bet you one of 2 things happens to her physicality. Either she starts to shrink down to an individual form, or she becomes even more abstract, but she's going to be fluid.
I really want to see, and in fact, I may tomorrow in some spare time, try doing the Wendy's no talk, only kill run and seeing what it is that does to your encounter with the princess the first time.
Rebecca,
that's
an incredibly smart catch. Yeah. And I love how they have made the game loop, the kind of, because it's essentially a roguelike.
You can call it a roguelike, yeah.
But I love how they've made the game loop the narrative loop. They're the same fucking thing.
God, these people are geniuses! Okay, stop with the jump scares. You knew it was going to happen. The first time it happened, that's legit. But then you knew there were going to be more, and every single one of them got me. Oops, it's all loops. Yeah, exactly. That should be the name of their cereal. It's all loops. If I pick this up, I'll look to do the kill root food. I mean, Wendy always encouraged us to do that. Just no talk, only kill.
Just murder. Just do murder.
Just murder. I prefer you can't do what I won't do what you tell me, Ron. Efficient lack of evidence, and I'm feeling very confident about that right now. And I've got no talk, only slay. That was it, Wendy. Well done. Oh my God, my brain is going to be chewing on this for a while. This is so good. Okay, let us do a few minutes of shenanigans so that people do not go to bed on nightmare fuel. Folks who are not familiar with our stream, shenanigans
we do 3 things on this show.
Yeah, exactly. Jump scares and no, shenanigans is the end of the stream where we try to do something lighthearted and fun so that you go to bed laughing as opposed to on nightmare fuel, because we do a lot of nightmare fuel. So normally this is the two of us reading something funny. Oh man, I wish you were here last week. The one last week was so good. It was the Moon's Haunted bit. It was very, very fun. So for shenanigans this week, we have Marguerite scrolling through the buttons. Here we go. What is the shenanigan? It's called Rating the Birds in My Backyard by Tendency Towards Violence. I believe there are some content warnings. Hold on a second. Content warnings for death and dying, sexual themes, violence, and swearing, because we're talking about animals in the natural kingdom.
Northern Cardinal, 4 out of 10. I'm sometimes worried the male is sexually harassing the female, but I'm pretty sure they're just doing some elaborate public pickup roleplay. The rest of us don't agree to participate in your kink, guys.
American Robin, 1 out of 10. Literally just some dude hanging out. Never bothered anyone but worms. Big fan of the way you just stand there in the middle of the grass like you forgot what you were supposed to be doing.
House Sparrow, 10 out of 10. You're a gang. You're participating in gang violence. There's 10 billion of you living in a single woodpile, and it's been civil war for 3 years now. When will the bloodshed end?
Aww. Tufted Titmouse, 1 out of 10. I have to say this bird is adorable. A shy baby, a pretty little guy. I saw you on the neighbor's garage roof, and time stopped. There were anime sparkles around you. Come back.
European Stalling, 9 out of 10. Why is it always you? Listen, I know the sparrows are the problem, and yet, when the fighting starts, it's always you in the middle of it, provoking them, and then screaming like you're an innocent bystander defending yourself. I'm on to you.
Carolina Wren, 3 out of 10. This rating is not for physical violence, which you don't engage in, but for your role as an incurable narc. A tattletale. I know they're fighting again, okay? I see it. Our yard has been a war zone for years. You don't have to make a big announcement every time someone misbehaves.
Eastern Wood Peewee, 0 out of 10. If this were birds who think they're better than everyone else, you'd get 10 out of 10. Fuck.
Red-bellied woodpecker, 6 out of 10. It's a utility pole. It's not a tree. You're surrounded by trees that are full of bugs, but there you are, on the utility pole, committing vandalism.
American Crow, unrated.
Ooh.
For who am I to cast judgment on the actions of La Familia? I assume you are doing what is best for the neighborhood. If I could, though, without criticism, make a single observation. That when large numbers of you gather in the ominous dead cottonwood, no, you're right. None of my business.
Great crested flycatcher, 5 out of 10. Frankly, I think you could be doing more. I think your name implies a great potential. I think you should massacre the insects. I think your beak should drip with viscera.
Common grackle, 7 out of 10. La Familia does not suffer you to stop in our neighborhood long, and I trust their judgment in this manner. You have the look of a guilty bird.
I love that he calls crows La
Familia.
I'm totally going to steal that. Tennessee Warbler, 2 out of 10. You keep to yourself, and I respect that. I get the sense that you could defend yourself if it came to it.
Yeah, that bird has a knife in its pocket. He'll cut you. Brown-headed cowbird, 3 out of 10. You're not a crow, and eventually they are going to figure it out, kiddo.
Oh, it looks almost like a hawk.
Does.
Gray catbird, 5 out of 10. Would you, respectfully, would you shut the fuck up?
Eurasian collared dove, 0 out of 10. You're doing great, sweetie. Everyone loves you.
God. Oh, God. Red-breasted nuthatch, 4 out of 10. A comedian, a little gesture of a bird. You're so silly. Sure, sometimes you incite violence in others, but really, is that your fault? If it is, we forgive you.
Blue jay, 12 out of 10.
Ooh.
If you could learn any human behavior you wanted, it would be how to make a bomb.
Turkey vulture, honorable mention, turkey vulture, 5 out of 10. You weren't in my backyard, but you were eating roadkill in the street in my neighborhood. I know the animal was already dead when you got there, but you get violence points for frightening the small children that walked past you. Incredible work.
I love that.
This was so... Oh my God. You would build a bomb. You're doing well, sweetie.
Everyone loves you. Oh, brilliant.
We call them chickadees. Nice. I love the crows. I love calling the crows a La Familia. That's brilliant. I might have to do that. All right. So hopefully that will send everybody to sleep without nightmare fuel, though I don't know about you, but I'm going to be thinking about this game for the rest of the evening and chewing it over and telling myself I have to go to bed so that I can't play it again. I have to go to bed so I can't play it again, right?
That's true.
That sucks.
I know, man.
Capitalism sucks. What did Wendy say earlier? Where is someone with their fortune to, indulge my wastrel lifestyle? Right. If you have anybody within a fortune who's looking for a wastrel to foster, please send them on.
If you know any benevolent billionaires, you're lying. Let's move on.
Yeah, mutually contradictory.
I've seen Full of the House of Usher. I know what's up.
Yes, precisely. So let's tell folks where we're going to be in the coming weeks.
Next, you will be able to see us on Friday when the Halloween special for the full lid goes live. With not 1, not 2, but 3 stories therein. Also a get.
Yeah, one of which he's going to probably have to go rewrite.
Quite extensive, the fuck lead.
Because we prepped a little bit of a Slay the Princess intro, but I think we got to go change it now, is what I'm saying.
Fucking rebuild that shit.
Evil billionaires who want to launder their reputation by giving massive donations to me, on the other hand, right? Put me on that list.
Exactly.
Please. That would be great.
So that will be on Friday, and then on Sunday we will continue with just the cutest game in the world with Toem.
Little Toem game. Where are we? We're still in...
We were about to get the diving helmet and go take the photo of the scuba tato.
We have to go back to the ice cream boat with our diving helmet and go take the underwater photo.
Yes.
Which will be delightful.
And then next Wednesday, we're going to be back in
We're going to be back with more, what the hell is going on with this princess and what is she really? Oh, there we go. I think that's everything.
It is. Thank you so much for joining us, folks.
Have a wonderful evening.
I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been a nightmare in the best of ways. We'll see you next time.
Go have your own Slay the Princess streams. We'll talk to you later. Bye.